Boys, you see the text, you hear the sizzle, and it's another absolute meat lock. We got Seung Woo Choi, aka Sting, taking on Alex Caceres, also known as Bruce Leroy. And Bruce Leroy has a tall order in front of him in this one, as he's a plus 220 dog coming in against our boy Sting, who at minus 280 has never looked better, right? The version we just saw of him against Julian Erosa, shout out Debbie, was truly impressive because we have a lot of respect for Julian Erosa. He's a savvy veteran who gets a lot of UFC wins, and the fact that Sting was able to just absolutely run through him with ease really spoke to the level that this dude is fighting at currently. And he did the same thing in truth to Yusuf Zalal and Suman Mokhtarian before that. So this is a guy who really needs to be taken seriously. And his last performance against Erosa got him that performance of the night bonus, which really spoke levels to what kind of statement he made in that event. And, we have plenty of love as well for Alex Caceres. Bruce Leroy's on a nice win streak of his own. And, they keep feeding him these guys to, see where he's at. I feel like Bruce Leroy is the ultimate levels test, right? They gave him to Steven Peterson. Let's, see if he can take him out. They let Chase Hooper have a crack at him, and that proved to be too much too soon for Chase Hooper. And Kevin Kroom, fresh off a big win, had to go up against Bruce Leroy as well, and Bruce Leroy found a way to get it done. So we tend to think that this one will be a little bit too much for him to take out, but Bruce Leroy is a levels test. So what are your thoughts on this meat lock? Why do you think that Sting is such an absolute lock, and how do you think it gets this one done over and always tough Bruce Leroy?
Yeah, Sting's been just looking absolutely phenomenal. A nice three fight win streak, just absolutely smashing people like Yusuf Zalal. I did not see him even coming close to that, and he demolished him. And then Julian Erosa, like you said, respect to Devi, but your son got KO'd, and that was a beautiful fight. And I think he's going to do the same thing to Alex Caceres. I don't see Alex Caceres taking this to the ground. Sting's last two losses are to grapple-heavy fighters. Evelev is no joke. He barely stands up, and he does the little setups and takes down, and you are done when you get to the ground of Evelev, so no shame in that. And Gavin Tucker gets the submission on him, so I think this is going to be a stand-up slobber knocker. I think this is a great matchup. I'm glad they're not giving him a wrestler heavy fighter, so this should be a very fun fight, possibly fight of the night. And Alex, he brings it, but I think Sting's gonna bring the stinger for this one.
Yeah, 100% with that analysis. And I see Sting having the advantage, wherever this fight goes. And if Bruce Leroy wants to keep this thing standing and, wants to play his karate point style game, I don't think that that's going to be in his favor because we've seen Sting absolutely crack on the feet. And if this thing tries to go to the mat, I don't know if Seung Woo Choi is going to have much problems with Bruce Leroy because, as you mentioned, the Gavin Tuckers and the Movsar Evloevs, like those are next level guys on the ground. And I don't know if Caceres is in that same pedigree. So with you all the way, it's a meat lock for the reason. And we're going to be throwing down 280 at minus 280 odds. It's going to net an easy 100 and should get us our 34th meat lock because last week's meat lock was unsuccessful. But we got to take this one back to the grill in this one. And we think that the Stinger is going to be the one that gets us there. So any last thoughts on this meat lock, Nate?
No, this is an absolute nice little sizzle for the boys. And stay tuned. Throw in the comments. You guys agree with this? Don't agree? You like the meat lock? You don't? I'll respond to all comments. And make sure to check out the main event and our other videos and breakdown. And make sure to smash that meat. Yep.